What up? What up? Any good free coding agents? Not entirely free, but there's a couple of things you could do. First of all, what are you using right now? Are you using VS Code or Cursor, or what are you using? All right, cool. So with VS Code, what you can do, and let me switch screens right here. Let me know when you can see my screen. Let me remove the QR code. All right, cool. You can see this, right? Let me get the cursor. All right, can you see this? You gotta, once you're using VS Code, here's what you're gonna do. It's not entirely free, but you can actually get, yeah, so you've used Client before. How did you get your API keys? Did you use Google Gemini or OpenRouter? Yeah, there are some limits, but in order for you, if you want to work through or around the limits, this is what you're going to do. Okay. Once you install Client or even Rule Code, because you can use both as well. That way you can work without stopping when one reaches the limit. Okay. So what you do is you go to Google Gemini. You get an API key. Okay. So as you can see here, I'm going to show you in a second. So I use Gemini, right? And you use the Gemini 2.0 Flash experimental. There is some limit to it, but you can just keep going. Just click next, continue, and eventually it just keeps going. And another one you could use is this right here, Open Router. Okay, where's Open Router? Once you go to OpenRouter, create an account, and once you create an account, you can create basically API keys. Then you insert the API key here, then you'll be able to use it. I mean, there's some stuff, right? So, you do have Gemini Pro. So why do you want free coding agents? It's very confusing. So if you have Gemini Pro, then you don't need free coding agents. Is it because is it too expensive, or why do you want? It's either that you could use Rule Code. I use Zencoder and I use Augment Code as well, but these are paid services. Cool. So what are you working on? Are you building anything? And yo, by the way, Bao. Is it Bao or Bo? It sounds, is it Myanmar, Vietnamese? It's spelled like a Vietnamese name. Bao U-M. Bao U-M. When you come into the stream, do your boy a favor. Just drop a like right away, because especially in the beginning, we want to push the stream to more people. So drop your guy a like. I know you subscribe to the channel already, so I'm not gonna ask you to subscribe. So those of you who are coming into the stream, do your boy a favor. Drop a like. It'll be much appreciated. For real? Thanks, man. Yeah, I've been to Vietnam a couple of times. Where are you in Hanoi or where are you in Vietnam? Yeah, Vietnam is beautiful. Oh, okay. No, hey, man, you're doing better than me because I'm sure you understand more English than I understand Vietnamese. So you are way ahead of me, my friend. Which is pretty cool. Yeah, that's great, man. So we got. I was on the back end yesterday looking at who's watching the live stream. We got people from all over the place. In fact, let me check out the demo to see who's watching. Audience. Okay. We live in Stoc Tang, quite diverse urban area. Cool. I haven't been there, but I'm sure it's beautiful. I'm sure it's nice, gorgeous. Because Vietnam is super nice. Beautiful people too. Very nice people. Yeah, so I was on the back end and I was looking at who's watching. And right now, we got the States at number one, India, UK, Canada, Germany, Kenya, Nigeria, Australia, way down under, Portugal, Pakistan, France, South Africa, Bangladesh, and Cameroon. These are the top viewers, and it's really astonishing that we got all these places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 different countries in the top spot watching. I'm sure there are others, but they're probably not in significant numbers enough to show on the back end. But that's great. I mean, I appreciate it. People are tuning in because it goes to show you how vibe coding is really, really taking over. You know what I mean? So, okay, Bao said, you just sit down and code. I'm also coding on the project, but I'm limited to Cursor and Tray AI. I'm still following you. Awesome. Yeah, that's great, Bao. Thank you for always tuning in, because I know I've seen you in the chat a few times, and definitely, I'd like to see your project. I'd like to hear about your project. So, if you're in the Discord server, also you can put some you can post some screenshots of your work. You can share some of your progress. It'll be nice. Can I say some Vietnamese? I you know what? I forgot, because it's been so long since I haven't spoken anything. And the funny thing is, because Vietnamese is so different than a lot of languages that I kind of, for instance, I spent some time in Indonesia, so I still remember a lot of Bahasa Indonesia, Bahasa Malay, right? Some Thai, but Vietnam. Let me see. What do I remember in Vietnam and Vietnamese? Yeah, thanks, dude. I appreciate it, man. But I'm sure your voice, if you want to make it sound rich and full, you have to practice, just like anything else. You practice coding or you practice singing. It's the same thing. Once you practice speaking from from your gut, from your diaphragm, and that's what it sounds like. But thank you for the compliment, Bao. I appreciate that. And you haven't given me a like yet, so you gotta like the stream, Bao. Give your brother a like. So I forgot all my Vietnamese, Bao. Let me see. Oh, jeez. I see you put me on the spot now. I don't even remember anything. I don't remember a single word. Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, my bad. Because I'm on a different channel. So is that better now? Yes, I have. I have been to Vietnam. I've been to Vietnam, um, Hanoi. I've been to Thailand. I've been to Laos, Myanmar, in that area, of course. Then I've been to Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, that area. I'm from the States. Yeah. Yeah. Vietnam is very nice. Vietnamese food, very nice. I love Vietnamese food. Cool. So what about you, Bao? Have you traveled anywhere? Have you been to America? Have you traveled to have you traveled throughout Asia? Have you traveled to America or Europe? Oh, cool. So where you at in America? Where are you? East Coast or West Coast? Oh, Cali, Fresno, California. Good. Yeah, good place to be. At least you don't have to put up with the winter because it gets pretty cold up northeast. Yeah, Fresno's nice. That's pretty cool. So what are you doing? What are you doing in Fresno? Are you a student or what? What you're up to? You working or are you just a student? Yeah. What's wrong with summer over there? Is it too boring? Too hot? Why don't you like summer in Cali? Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool. All right. So you're still at the beginning of your journey, and then what are you gonna do? You're gonna go to college, and you're gonna start. What are you gonna study? Are you gonna go into programming or computer science or business? What's your plan? Remember, guys, as you're coming into the stream, you gotta smash the like button. All right. Do your boy a favor, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. That way, the algorithm will love us for it. Much appreciated. It's your boy. Okay, yeah, that's cool. But what do you want to do when you go to college? What do you want to study? Um, what is what's your dream? What's your ambition? Welcome, guys. Welcome to the stream. As you come in, smash the like button. Okay. Hey, that's cool because AI will actually help you a lot. AI will help you learn a lot faster because if you were to get a course, let's say that you try to learn Python or anything, it'll take you, I would say, twice as long, or maybe even three times as long. But if you're using AI, but also you're asking questions, you ask the AI to explain, certain functions or certain pieces of code, you learn a lot faster. That's good. Keep it up, man. Continue. Don't stop. Okay, my friend, there are many sentences I don't understand, friend, because my English is limited. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Bao. Yeah, the code of Fiverr is just React, TypeScript. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. If you're building really simple apps, HTML, CSS, React, TypeScript, that type of stuff. No, that's perfect because if you're able to do that and monetize it, you're one step ahead of a lot of people because now you can actually do something that's commercially viable, which is amazing. That's good. Yeah, that's very nice. And you use VS Code and you use Gemini Pro, right? That's pretty cool. We are moving along. Right. So I guess you had the trial, the 14-day trial, right? Yeah. But did you like Augment? Augment is really nice, right? Augment is really good. Yeah, Augment is dope. No problem. Thank you, Bao. Thank you for coming through the stream. Don't forget to smash the like button. Just give me a like. All right? Hit the like button. Much appreciated. So let's get some work done. Okay. So guys, what I'm working on right now is the web extension. It's basically a Chrome extension for the app. Cool. Thanks, Bao. Yeah, I should try that, right? Maybe I will try next live. Right. So I've had to rebuild the Chrome extension. Let me just show you guys real quick. So I've rebuilt the Chrome extension because it's a little too overbearing. It's a little too bulky. So let's see if it still works. Here is the extension. Filters, settings, and accounts. Okay, yeah, this is pretty cool. I don't know if you guys can see that. So that's the Guardian inbox extension. I'm running Opera right now, but Opera is Chrome based. It's a Chrome based browser, but of course we'll have to do it for Firefox based browsers and so on and so forth. And of course, I'd like to do one for Safari as well. So we'll kind of cover all our bases. And so far, it's looking pretty promising. So we got the main filters where here you could add an email address to whitelist or to blacklist, or you could report spam. And here, settings and accounts, we have to make sure that that works. That is awesome. So the the extension is looking pretty good. I'm quite happy with the results. So I don't really like the color scheme, so I might have to change that. But in the meantime, let's focus on the. I want to focus more on the functionality rather than the cosmetic side of things. So styling will be done later. I kind of right now it's theme adapted. So if you're running on light theme, if your browser is running a light theme, so your extension will adapt automatically. If you're in dark theme, which I am right now because I really like to work in dark theme, it's a lot easier on the eyes. You don't get a lot of eye strain and stuff like that. So in the meantime, let's work on the settings and accounts. Then we'll continue with the cosmetic enhancements. Once again, fellas, if you're coming into the stream, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget, all right, the Discord server. If you want to talk to me, the Discord server will be live in a couple of minutes. So in the meantime, just drop a comment in the chat, or if you have any questions, just drop it in the chat, and I'm here to answer your questions. Meanwhile, let's just keep building. Let's go. All right, let's refresh the extension. The problem persists. Usually these things, it's a lot of back and forth, right? So I need to make sure that this actually works, because as it is, okay, it seems to be stuck. Let's see. What can we do? What can we do? What can we do? Hey, hey, hey. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. A little bit of singing for you guys. Don't forget, ladies and gents, we're here with Vibe Coding. We're catching the vibe. Catching the vibe, catching the vibe, catching the vibe, catching the vibe. Hey, 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 vibe. Okay, what are we doing here? Okay, the pop-up HTML file confirms that the tab content elements have IDs and format tab ID dash tab. Okay, filters tab. Okay, settings tab, accounts tab, and the tab button of the correct tab attributes. Therefore, the tab switching logic is and popup.ts is the TypeScript should be working correctly. Since the user reports that the settings and accounts tabs don't work, there might be an issue with the content within those tabs, or perhaps a JavaScript error. I'm betting on JavaScript, so I can imagine that. Let's see. I've added a try catch block to switching tab function. Now I've rebuilt the extension to apply this change, and hopefully the error might be occurring. Hopefully. We're not functioning on hope here. We are functioning on facts. We got to fix this stuff. Come on, don't hope. What are you talking about? You're an AI coding assistant. You're supposed to be a genius. Jesus Christ. Okay, now I've rebuilt the extension to apply the changes. Client wants to execute this command. All right, so we've rebuilt. However, this guy is just stuck. All right, let's resume task. There we go. I guess it kind of fell asleep, so wake your ass up. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We're catching the vibe. We're catching the vibe. Vibe coding. Catching the vibe. Catching the vibe. Hey, bro. Coding Jesus in the house. Coding Jesus, get what you got? Hang on a second. Let me. All right, so my computer's really acting funny today. Even now, the Stream Deck won't even switch to what I want. What's up, CJ? Welcome to the stream, brother. And I know you just dropped a massive like on your bro. Much appreciated. Welcome back. It's always good to see. You know, my guys are coming back. And they're blessing your boy with a like in the stream, and it's a beautiful thing. Yo, we're just here working, vibe coding going on. We got the vibe coding. We got the vibe coding. Yeah, we're coding, bro. So what about you? What are you up to? Are you doing any coding? What's going on? What are you building? Yeah, tell me about your projects, guys. Are you guys vibe coding? Are you building anything interesting? And remember, there's a channel on the Discord server to share your screenshots, your links. whatever you're doing. Just let's get some engagement in the community. There's a lot of stuff coming up. You know, some big announcements coming up. So stay tuned. Vibe coding going on. Vibe coding going on. Vibe coding. Vibe coding. Hey, I see them vibe coding. Going on vibe coding. I'm just bullshitting, man. Oh, cool. Nice, nice. Hey, man. Yeah, fingers crossed. Good luck. And I hope you ace it. Ace that interview. Prepare, prepare, prepare. And I know you're going to ace it. All right. And of course, you got to give me an update when you get the job. All right. When you get in. Yeah. Good luck, CJ. All right. So let's take a look at the. Okay, we're still having an issue with. We're still having an issue with the thing. What's the thing? The extension. The extension's kind of bugging because there are some nested elements for. I mean, it's something that I'm trying. I'm not sure if it's gonna work or not, but let me show you guys. All right, let's switch back. All right, so here's the extension. Because what ended up happening, all these features were on basically one pane, and it got to be a little unruly. It was a little too. It was a little too chunky, too massive. It wasn't elegant enough. So I kind of opted for a tab um, layout. That means for your filters, you have the proper filters where you could whitelist or blacklist an email address, where also you could report spam right away. Okay. And you have settings where you would be able to do different things in accounts, where you'll be able to connect to your account. So you want to connect the extension, the plugin to your account to basically be the guardian to make sure it catches the spam that's going to be inundating your inbox, that's going to flood your inbox. So I kind of wanted something a little bit more compact, and now it seems there's a bit of an issue with the tab navigation. I'm pretty certain that it's because of the nested elements inside the extension. So let's do a little bit of troubleshooting and find out how we can mitigate this problem, because I don't want to go back to the previous layout. It was way too bulky. It was too chunky. So I like the minimalism aspect of this current implementation, but it's always a trade-off, right? If you wanted to look elegant, more compact, more minimalistic, then now you're having to deal with troubleshooting the nested elements within the tab navigation. Okay, so let's troubleshoot. In the meantime, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Shakti, going good, bro. How you doing? Welcome back. Welcome to the stream, brother. All good. I'm still working on the web extension, the Chrome extension. Having a little bit of an issue with the navigation because I kind of played around with the design a little bit. Let me just show you real quick. Cool, cool. Chilling on a Sunday. Yes, sir. Very nice. Yeah, as you can see, I'm still on the grind right here. Alrighty. So what are we doing here? So we run the server. All right, that's good. Yeah, it's all good. Pretty cool, huh? All right, I think we need to do this. Right. So, okay, let's check this. I knew it. Alrighty. So since we're having a major issue, so I'm going to actually revert back to a working state because this is trash. Okay, Shakti says, did you try testing your extension and other browsers? I know most of them are Chromium based, but if I'm right, Firefox is a bit different. Is it a global CSS issue? The You are right on the money, Shakti. Definitely, there is provisions for Chromium based, and then Firefox, also Safari. Yeah. So before I start testing anything else, you got to be systematic. So I got to fix whatever's happening on Chrome first. Because right now, actually, I tested it on Chrome, like a pure, basically Google Chrome, which is the mother of the Chrome browsers. Cool, works. Now I'm actually using Opera, which is Chromium based. So that's being tested right now. But also, I know it runs anyway. But now I'm just doing certain tweaks, making a couple of changes here and there. However, there were some issues with the CSS and navigation because of some nested elements. Predominantly this right here. I'd say if you could still see my screen. Yeah. Here, those nested tabs. So these are supposed to populate different things, filter. Now it's stuck on filter settings and accounts. So I need to be able to navigate through these. So that's what I'm fixing right now. But as far as compatibility, yeah, it's fully compatible with Chromium. And once I'm done with Chromium, and of course I'm gonna attack Firefox. That means I'm gonna, run it on Firefox itself, then Zen, Arc, and all these other Firefox-based browsers, and then of course Safari, because the user base on Safari is quite extensive as well. So you can't neglect Safari for Mac. So that's gonna be that. So in the meantime, let me just let me just take care of some housekeeping here. Yeah. Previous. Okay, cool. That's cool. That's cool. Now, let's see. Safari is in a league of its own. Safari is there's a few quirks that you have to work around because it's Apple, so it needs a special attention, special care. That's why most of the um, most of the extensions you find in the Chrome store extension, store or Firefox, you won't find them on the Safari extension store because it's Apple. They have to be a little different or a lot different. That's just the way it goes. right, super bass is running. All right, I got too many terminals running, so let's just kill that. Let's kill this, that. Chrome, super bass. Yeah, exactly. Apple's always been like that. They're super strict. They make sure that you have to jump through so many hoops, even when you're deploying in the App Store. They're way more strict than the Play Store, Google. Right. Yeah, it's pretty affordable. But Apple is Apple. What are you gonna do, right? If you want to play, well, you got to play by their rules. That's just the way it goes. All right, let's see. Let's refresh. Do, 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 do. What the fucker? Okay, so we do have CSS issue. The CSS issue has been resolved. Okay, so Shakti asks, is it all right to ask about your backend architecture? Since I'm trying to make a website with supporting extensions as well, do you have one backend server to support both your website and Chrome extension? Yes. So my backend stack, as it stands, is basically Postgres SQL for local development, and I'm using Docker, right, to Dockerize it, and basically with local Supabase. So what I do is I build the schema locally. Then when I'm ready to to basically go to production, I'll push it to Supabase. So that's you, especially if you want to develop a an extension where a plugin, so to speak, of course you want to be plugged into the same database as the website, because in this case, what you're seeing here, right? Um, okay, how did I design the front end UI and connect them? Right. Okay, let me answer that for you. So the reason you see here, I'm pretty sure you can see the screen. So the functionality that you're going to see here, you see the pop-up, the functionality you're going to be at in the browser extension is a scaled down version of what you see on the dashboard. The dashboard is where you basically have the granular access to do a lot more things. For instance, to train the LLM, right? For machine learning, to train a model where you could have more granular, for threat detection, threat assessment, activity log, user management, email queue, spam analytics. It's a more fleshed out version of uh, of the extension, because the extension is there for convenience, just to do, for instance, to s- to flag spam, or to say, okay, for the next, for the next hour or whatever, just send everything to quarantine. Or if it's a spam, don't delete it right away, or delete right away. So you have toggles for that. That's the reason for that. Therefore, you have to connect to the same database, except now this is a scaled down version of what the dashboard allows you to do. Does that make sense, Shakti? So how did you design the front end UI and connect them? Well, I usually start with designing the front end anyway, because that's your first point of entry. So UI UX is very important. So what I do is, I have an idea in mind, right? Once I have the MVP, okay, this is what I need to create. Then I start thinking about, okay, what do I need to do first? Sometimes I start with a landing page. Sometimes I start with the dashboard. For this one in particular, I started with the dashboard. So I knew that I wanted a sidebar. So okay, so what am I gonna do? So I use ShadCN. Okay, so I know I use ShadCN UI. I use Tailwind CSS for animations and stuff like that in the CSS, right? And then I start basically prompting the AI assistant. I'm like, all right, cool. So this is what we need to build. I need this and that. This is the sidebar. I need dashboard, email protection, spam analytics, and email queue, all that stuff. We need stats cards. We need graphs. We need reports, and that's pretty much how. And then I keep prompting, reiterate. But in fact, it didn't really take me that long. Like I mentioned yesterday, it took me 42 minutes to spin the full thing. Okay, so it's pretty good. As long as you're organized, it won't take you long to spin a good, um, let's say, a good dashboard or landing page or whatnot. And let me switch here so I can show you real quick. I hope that answers your question, Shakti. Oh, cool. All right, you saw that. Okay, great. So here's my here's my MVP roadmap, or plan, so to speak. So you see, Guardian Inbox MVP. Let's put a space right there. Okay, so, and you see, I always use this right here. I've just highlighted. Let me punch in so you can see what's going on. So what I do, I usually use this progress tracking legend. Okay, you see that? So what I do is I start here, and I go by phase, right? Phase one, we start doing things. Okay, we start implementing different things, and then we go to phase two. And as we progress, we mark everything completed or in progress or not started. And there we go. So we start working on this. Da, 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 da. And all the while, I'm very particular. So we're not going to touch the back end at all. Once I reach a certain level where we need to start doing the back end, and I'm very explicit as to we're not using the back end Superbase directly. We're working locally. Therefore, I launch Docker, and we initialize Superbase locally, and then we start creating a schema. Then we push them to Docker, and then when we're ready, we'll just push them to production. So here's another example. The front end, right? You see web app, React.js, TypeScript, GSAP for animations. This is something I'm actually trying. That was just recommended to me a few days ago. GSAP, I'm trying GSAP. It's pretty cool for animations. And Smart Completed. So browser extension, Chrome, Firefox, you see right there. And in fact, I'm supposed to put here Safari. There you go. Build with TypeScript. So as you can see, since I'm still working on it, see what it says right here, in progress. And there you go, here, in progress. So that's how you keep track of your, because the AI is not going to keep track for you. It's going to get lost. It's going to keep repeating the same thing over and over. So you have to be in charge. You got to keep track. So this is how I implement. Okay. So see again, Supabase, Postgres SQL. This is all local, completed, multi-account support completed. Okay, browser extension TypeScript. Again, that's where we were. Still in progress. Okay. And notification, blah, 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 blah. And that's pretty much it. So you got to stay organized. That's once you get that, and it's just trial and error. It's gonna, the AI is gonna mess up. You just got to keep it on track. That's all. Okay, check out. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely check them out. Definitely check them out. And you can never have too many sources of where you get inspiration. But at the same time, if I find something that works for me, because I've coded, like I said, 25 plus, 20 plus, about 25, 26 projects. And during, as you can see, I have 100 plus videos. I think it's probably 120, 140 something videos, right? So during these experiments, these live coding sessions, I really found some things that are, I know they're going to work no matter what. So if I want to experiment, of course I'm going to experiment if I try this. But also, I want to find sources that are going to be here, that are going to be still maintained next year, 2, 3 years from now. So I don't have to keep jumping from tool to tool. If I find a stack that works, that is the key, because I've experimented so much. I've tried so many different libraries, so many UI components, da da da, this and that. You know what I mean? But once you find something that works, hang on to it, and then make sure it's well maintained, and you could use it 2, 3 years from now. But I'm always up to try new things, kind of like GSAP that was recommended to me a couple of days ago, and it's pretty dope. I love GSAP. Yeah, I gotta implement this MVP. Yeah, MD file. I usually use Gemini 2.5 to create my MVPs, to keep it simple as possible. Yeah, definitely. And it's important to stay on top of things. It's important to have this sort of checklist. Yeah, because with the checklist, even for yourself, if you don't touch the project for a couple of days, you come back to it, then you just look at the file. You know exactly, okay, where were we? What needs to be done? And you know exactly where to go. So it's a must. Yeah. Right. So I don't really like the background color for the extension. So let me get my color picker. So my color picker, I think I need the background to be a little bit more muted. Yeah, cool. That sounds good, bro. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. Yeah, for the landing page, I'm thinking something really different. I don't want to do your typical, home about contact us. I want to do something a little bit more creative. I want to do something like, since it's a spam filter type of thing. So I'm thinking maybe something a little bit more comedic, something funny where, some spam bandits are trying to infiltrate, the castle or the fort. And then basically Guardian Inbox is there just basically just killing everybody with a big ass club, or, just fighting freaking I know it'll probably be a little too heavy for a landing page, but maybe just a simple animation where it'll be, yeah, just make. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet, but that's the idea. So what do you think? Yeah, some kind of action where the Guardian Inbox is guarding the inbox, and all these guys are trying to rush in into your inbox, and is there just freaking Jackie Chan, you know what I mean? Bruce Lee, like kung fu type shit. Sure, because instead of doing your typical, landing page with a bunch of information, just Guardian Inbox, just badass, just fighting dudes. You know what I mean? Just and you see those spam, the spam monsters just flying, just it's just kicking ass. You know what I mean? So I think that'll be super dope. Anime JS. Yeah, I think I've seen them. In fact, let me check their page right now. Right, JavaScript animation engine. Okay, yo. Yeah, that looks pretty dope. Yeah. But I need something a little different. I'm definitely gonna need more, serious animation, like, where I need to animate the characters. So most likely, it's probably gonna have to be, like an animation where, like an embedded video, just embed a link to just pull the video to the landing page in the hero section. And I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet, but I think probably just a simple, animation with a fight scene where the Guardian is fighting these spam monsters. Yeah, it looks super crazy, especially that first animation. Did you see that? Hang on, let me switch screen. This one right here, the engine, this thing. Yeah, that's super dope. There it is. That's cool. So you could trigger things on scroll and different actions. That's it. That's pretty good. Yeah, because I remember seeing them a while back, but I never found a use case for it. But I'm sure I'm gonna find something for it. That looks pretty dope. That looks good. Looks really good. Super dope. So the so I'm back on the extension. I kind of want to have the extension's background match. Well, not kinda actually. I wanted to match the dashboard just to stay on brand. You know what I mean? Just to have the same brand colors. Yeah, Shakti, much appreciated, bro. Yeah, definitely. Just drop some links on me because I need to do it as efficiently as possible because you don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to. All right, bro. Hey, thank you for stopping by and thanks for always coming through. Much appreciated. All right, peace out. Definitely, I need to use something that's efficient. That's not going to penalize my load time because you get penalized by Google if your site takes too long to load. So I have to be mindful of that. Again, I will try using write to file. So now the extension is still bugging. So I need to fix that tab issue still. Also, the so I need to rebuild the extension and try it and make sure it's working. All right. So we've got the proper color. All right, great. So we still need to fix the navigation issue. What's the problem? All right, be right back, fellas. Sit tight. And you're coming into the stream, don't forget, smash the like button. Smash the like button. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Hit the Discord server, and now all the links are in the description. So follow you guys on Twitter. Okay, TikTok just launched. I haven't really posted anything yet, but stay tuned. Big announcement coming soon. So join the Discord server to stay in the loop. It's your boy. Be right back. All right. So we're still putting out fires. Okay. Still a little wonky here. But let's see. Right. So, all right, quick update. So the main issue now seems to be related to a Z index issue. Because right now on the pop-up itself, okay, it accepts characters. But if I try to add any significant click function, for instance, now report spam, there's no click function. The filters, I can't click through, which is super weird. Right, that was working before. It was working just fine. But now it is just super buggy. So we gotta find a solution. We gotta find a solution. Gotta find a solution. Solution. Gotta find a solution. Gotta find a solution. Ooh. All right. So we having issues with the model, so we can't reach. We having trouble connecting to the model provider. This might be temporary. Please try again in a moment. Request ID, a bunch of numbers. Alphanumeric. Boom. Go. All right, let's try again. Otherwise, what are we gonna do? We're gonna pause because we are having issues. All right. Let's navigate to CD extensions. Okay, CD extensions. All right, let's run the build. All right. Let's try and build the extension one more time. It is tricky, guys. So now there seems to be another issue with the Z index. The buttons are there. The hover over effect still works. However, Okay, what's happening now? I'm getting a different type of error. Argument type string is not assignable to a parameter type string. Suspicious domains, this suspicious domain, header. Okay. Now this is a different error. So let's fix that. Basically, guys, it's a game of cat and mouse. You know, you're putting out fires here and there. You put out a fire here, and there's another fire breaks out in the next room. So you got to keep at it. Patience is the name of the game. Okay, let's try and build it again. So we are rebuilding the Chrome extension. Now we try and rebuild and see if we have a different error this time. I guess I could run a test, but yeah, this is fun. Not. So once again, guys, if you're coming into the stream, don't forget, drop a like for your brother, because the more likes we get, the more YouTube's gonna push the stream to viewers, vibe coders, and enthusiasts. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, just because. Let's go. All right, so we fixed the errors, which is good. So we're not getting that error, that string error anymore. Let's try and refresh. Okay, now let's focus. The extension. All right, because usually when we encounter these issues, right, the best course of action is to attack them one by one. And so once you fix one thing, and another problem pops up. So let's address this. Report spam. Nope, no cigar. Okay, so then let's address this. So we're kind of encountering little problems here and there. In fact, we shouldn't even be encountering problems on the dashboard, since we're supposed to be working on the extension. So this is one of the major problems when you're working with the AI coding assistant. They end up touching things that they have no business messing around with. So you end up just having to retrace your steps. And I kind of knew that was happening because there was one operation we were trying to do. And I'm looking at the directory structure, and it was supposed to be in the extensions folder, right? But it was working in the app folder. So I knew that it was going to mess up, and that's literally what happened. So you blink for a second and it just goes off the rails and start changing stuff that it has no business changing. That's the name of the game. You're putting out fires, and then you you just go for the ride with vibe coding. Once again, guys, if you're coming into the stream, do your guy a favor, smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. If you got any sort of value, go ahead, do your guy a favor. Just smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Also, the Discord server is right there, so hit it up. Okay, scan the QR code or link in the description. Follow your guy on Twitter. TikTok is up, but there's nothing really going on right now, so stay tuned. Lots of things coming up, guys. Lots of announcements, so stay tuned. All right, let's clear that. npm run dev. We detected TypeScript and new configuration, blah, 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 blah. See, there you go. Internal server error. Oh, good. We're back. All right. So we just put out another fire. So let's skip that. Thank you very much. So, quick update. I'm rebuilding the extension. It's basically okay. So we're getting errors here. What's this? Okay, get string return cookie store get name value. Okay, app API analytics. I freaking knew it. So we're still putting out fires, guys. So seem to be quite a bit of issues. So I need to rethink this. Okay, let's clear the terminal. Superbase status. Okay, Superbase running. Superbase status. Yep, Superbase is running just fine. And let's clear. npm run dev. Let's run server. Okay, refresh. Now everything should be back to normal. Let's go. There we go. Okay. Okay, we're good. Let's clear the mobile. npm start. Yeah, by the way, the mobile is running, guys. There you go. Email and the settings tab. So all that. So we got movement on the mobile front. Things are working just fine. And what we need to fix is the extensions. Let's clear that. All right, back on the extensions issue. See if I disable it, re-enable it, and launch it. See here, I'm supposed to have a pop-up. These buttons are supposed to be navigating to their respective pages or screens, however you want to see them. And it's just not working, man. It's just it's kind of weird. It's freaking strange. So this is where we are, guys. Browser extensions, TypeScript in progress. And right now it is just not cooperating. It's freaking okay. So annoying. All right, let's look at the extensions folder. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, this is nuts. All right, let's go into the extensions folder, see what the hell is going on here. Mm-mm-mm-mm. So this temp, what the hey? So there's another pop-up folder right here. And there's another pop-up folder. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. Seems to be, let's see, extensions or ext. All right. So again, what we're gonna do right now is process of elimination because this is nuts. There are folders in here that are not supposed to be there. So let's go. Extensions, Chrome, pop-up, get out. Okay, there we go. So now I need to get back here, the extensions. Let's rebuild. Extensions, npm run build. Oh, sorry about that. I'm hitting the microphone. Okay, creating an optimized production build. Okay, great. So that's supposed to be here in pop up. Okay. Nope, not working. So, in fact, let's remove the extension and do this. So this pop up. Let's go into distribution and take this pop up, rename it to dot backup. All right. So we're going to move it out of here. Then we're going to take this pop-up, drop it in here, get back to the browser. Okay. Developer mode, load, unpacked, Chrome, distribution. This is where the pop-up is. And go to extensions. Let's pop it here. And what do you know? Have I rebuilt? Yes, I have. But there's an error. Okay. Let's remove that. Let's load. Okay, let's go to desktop. ext, disk, temp, extensions, Chrome, pop-up. No. Disk, temp. Of course not. It's not going to work. It needs to be in the main, in the same folder as the actual. All right, let's think. Get us ext. That's the backup. Let's try this. Copy. Just grab this extensions folder. And this extension folder, let's rename it to backup. And dump this one here. Okay, now clear terminal. Let's rebuild. Okay, compiled successfully. Now let's go to desktop. Right. Extensions, Chrome, distribution, select. Okay, let's pin that here. Open. There we go. Okay, so we know that this works, but that's the old. That's actually the old setup. Okay, let's delete that, and let's go back to the backup and copy extensions. Go back, paste that here. Okay, great. So now we got extensions, backup, and running. Again, let's clear the terminal, npm Oh, wait. What do you mean? Okay, let's kill the temp. Okay, so clearly this is busted. So let's get back to desktop extension. This is the good one, so let's copy that, paste it right here, rename it. Okay, extensions. Let's try and run that again. No. So they're not being able to find the file. Yeah, this is a mess right now. Jesus Christ. So this has been parked. Okay, let's try this. Parked, and we have extensions. Chrome. Okay, there we go. Let's try this. Vibecode.org. What's up, man? You good? Welcome. You know what to do. Drop your guy a quick like. Thank you very much. What's up, bro? How you doing? How's your day going? You cool? Oh, yes, 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 yes. I see what's going on. Okay. Let's close the folder. Let's extensions, Chrome. All right, so we need to empty the freaking trash. All right, cool. Now, all right, so we need a clean slate. So what do? Let's go back to the desktop. Guardian inbox. Okay, we're up and running. Superbase is running. Let's run. Let's run the dashboard. Let's go. Clear npm run dev. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, npm run dev. Make sure this is up and running. Let's see. Follow link. Here we go. Refresh. Drum roll, please. There we go. Okay, good. So that's running. Mobile shouldn't have any issues running, but just in case, npm start. Let's get that running. Okay. Let's refresh that. All right, boys and girls, I'm going to be here for another half hour. So I'd like to get out of here with 10 likes. Please, if it's possible, just drop your boy a like and subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 500 subs, guys. I know we can make it. We got till the end of the month to achieve that, which should be pretty easy. So drop your guy a like, subscribe to the channel. Twitter's up, TikTok, although there's nothing yet, but let's go. Let's make it happen, guys. We're gonna bring you fresh content on the daily. Okay, so let me navigate to CD extensions, and npm run build. So now we are building this. Okay, let's get rid of the QR code. So this is what we're building, guys. We're building this freaking this extension, but it's proven to be quite problematic because it is it's giving me some weird errors. Yeah, and I believe there's some sort of issue with the unclick function, because right now none of these buttons work. The tab to navigate between filters, settings, and accounts, nothing. In fact, let's try this. Extensions, tabs, filters, settings, and accounts. Swap accounts and settings. Position. Right, so this is just a quick test to kind of judge, see what the hell's going on, because none of these changes are sticking. All right, boys and girls, once again, drop us a like. We're going to be here for another, I guess, 20 minutes or so. So let's get us to 10 likes before I get out of here, and subscribe to the channel. You'll be doing your guy a huge favor. Let's build. Let's go. The All right, boys and girls. We're making a little bit of progress. At least I was able to swap these tabs, all right? Filters, accounts, and settings. It used to be filters, settings, and accounts, right? Now, what I'm trying to fix is the fact that these buttons are not displaying the proper content except for filters, right? Filters work. This is where we could filter blacklist, whitelist, accounts where you could link your accounts to the system, and of course settings that will have more of the toggles, send things to quarantine or send email or delete immediately. So let's continue. So I'm going to be here another about 10-12 minutes or so, so you still have a chance to hit your boy up with a like, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. On road to 500 subscribers, so I think we can do it. The end of the month. Subscribe, 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 subscribe. Drop a like on the live stream. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. All right, let's continue, guys. Be here for another 11 minutes. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the live stream. If you have any questions, remember, I'm right here. So drop your questions in the chat. So we're building this Chrome extension. Actually, I'll be building the Chrome extension, Firefox based, Firefox and Firefox based browsers, as well as Safari. So stick around for the ride. Let's go. Let's cook. Well, all right, boys and girls. Quick little recap. We're winding down here. I got a couple of minutes to go. Still working on the extension, the Chrome version, the Chrome extension for the app Guardian Inbox. So I'm just reached a point where there's a little bit of an issue with tab navigation. I mean, it's you don't typically see that, but I want to make it look nice and more compact. So I've implemented a tab system, but the tab system is not really navigating to where or how it's supposed. It's not behaving how it's supposed to. So I gotta find I gotta find a solution for that. So once again, thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for hanging out with your guy. And if you're still here, if you're still listening, if you got any value out of the stream, just do your guy a favor, hit the like button, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Uh, I'm out of here in about 10, 15 seconds. So do your guy a favor. So once again, thanks for Shakti, for Vibe Code ORG. Who else we got? We got Bao. Bao spent some time. We got CJ. Thank you guys. Thank you for being troopers. Thank you for hanging out with your guy. Thank you for stopping by. Always a pleasure to have you on the stream. So once again, guys, this is a Vibe Coding, and the journey continues tomorrow. So the extension Guard Inbox, well, it's Guardian rather Inbox. It's an AI-powered spam filter with a crowd-sourcing feature. If you and I are on the same, if we use the system, if you flag an email as spam, I don't have to flag it, or automatically it's flagged for me. It's flagged for everybody that uses our system. So that is the crux of it. So once again, thank you very much. Hit the like button while I get out of here and subscribe to the channel. Twitter's up, x.com. So follow us at NDOAI. And TikTok, same handle. Of course, here, YouTube and the Discord server. There you go. The QR codes on the screens. Scan it or hit the link in the description. So in the meantime, this is your guy, Vibe Coding Indio AI. Peace out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.